Hello, welcome to What Users Say. Find out about business technology vendors from the words of genuine IT end users and decision makers. This series is sponsored by QBS Distribution. My name is John Speakman, I'm the EMEA Channel Director for TrustArc, and in this episode, we'll be looking at what users say about TrustArc Privacy Platform, Privacy Consulting and Training, and our Privacy Certification. TrustArc mission is to simplify privacy, compliance, and risk management. And this is for all laws and regulations, not just GDPR, but all 524 privacy laws and regulations that exist around the world. By doing so, we enable businesses to maximize their data value by using our intelligent automated privacy program analysis via our powerful, modular, and easy-to-use technology. The TrustArc platform is a modular solution to manage privacy compliance. It supports a wide range of use cases, including GDPR, e-privacy, CCPA. It's been designed by privacy experts and backed by a large engineering and customer success team. We have optional consulting support to design, implement, and manage your programs, and this is used by over 1,000 clients worldwide. What TrustArc offer can be divided into three areas: our privacy platform, privacy consulting and training, and our privacy certifications. Given the importance of privacy concerns, our users have been anonymized for their protection. Our first user, X Incorporated, is one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies. This is from their Chief Privacy Officer.
We needed to be GDPR compliant by May 25, 2018. We were using a tool called Archer to conduct data privacy impact assessments, DPIAs, but it did not meet our needs. Users disliked the experience, it was inflexible and preventing them from scaling their program. Our data privacy inventory was also inconsistent and often inaccurate, leading to lack of trust in information, and our privacy office and legal had become bottlenecks.
The products we focused on here were the Assessment Manager and our Data Inventory Hub. This major global pharmaceutical organization needed to automate their ongoing data privacy activities, and they did so through the Assessment Manager and the Data Inventory Hub. They used Assessment Manager to conduct data privacy assessments across their global team in a consistent manner. The Data Inventory Hub was used to capture accurate business process activity, such as DPIAs, and produce Article 30 reports to meet the GDPR regulatory compliance obligations. The main benefits received by this organisation was to automate the assessment process, delivering a consistent approach across the global team. We streamlined the assessment process, such as DPIAs, in order to route tasks and compliant gaps to key business stakeholders for remediation, therefore removing the privacy office bottleneck. To further understand our privacy platform, let's hear from the Director of InfoSec and another TrustArc user. This company provides global web conferencing services.
We were motivated to purchase TrustArc Cookie Consent Manager and Website Monitoring Manager by one of our Germany EU-based customers, SAP. We needed conspicuous compliance on our website. We wanted stringent application of cookie consent technology to comply with GDPR and the e-privacy directive. And we wanted to cover non-EU users as well, not just EU users, those who are not required by GDPR or the e-privacy directive.
This global web conferences service provider used our Cookie Consent Manager and Website Monitoring Manager to create the presence of cookie consent on their website, primarily for the GDPR compliance, purchased 3 months before GDPR go live date. This was a zero cookie load implementation, i.e. non-essential cookies do not get dropped onto the end customer's browser for EU users prior to consent. It integrated with Google Tag Manager and covered non-EU users via banner implementation. The main benefits this client received was that they met the GDPR deadline. We went live with the Cookie Consent Manager on the 14th of May 2018. The e-privacy directive compliance was also achieved at this time. Besides delivering industry-leading privacy technology, TrustArc also enables businesses through privacy consulting and training. At a global pharmaceutical company, the Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer had these challenges.
We did not have enough internal resources or expertise to begin a privacy program. There were insufficient tools to identify areas of high-risk processing and execute data privacy impact assessments for GDPR compliance. There was no sustainable privacy processes for managing assessments and related data inventory.
This global pharmaceutical organization required consulting services from TrustArc. We provided them with an interim Chief Privacy Officer, our DPIA managed service, i.e. we conducted the assessments for them, and we did this using our Assessment Manager and the Data Inventory Hub. We provided them with an interim Data Privacy Officer service for 6 months, and the TrustArc consultant worked with various business units across the company to identify areas of high-risk processing, and we conducted the DPIAs. We then put in place the automation of ongoing data privacy activities, which was done through the Assessment Manager and the Data Inventory Hub. The benefits this company received was a functioning privacy program. They then put in place a full-time Chief Privacy Officer and the controls and safeguards in place required. GDPR compliance reporting generated 25 DPIAs per week across 93 business processes. We also generated Article 35 reports to meet the regulatory obligations. Finally, let's hear from the Chief Data Governance Officer at another TrustArc user, a multinational financial services company and global payments processor.
We needed to demonstrate GDPR and APEC CBPR compliance, both as a controller and a processor to customers, partners, and third parties. We also needed to migrate data privacy inventory out of non-collaborative spreadsheets and institute a more consistent privacy program across the organization. We do a higher than average number for DPIAs, so there was an acute need to automate the DPIA process.
This global payments processor needed guidance creating their privacy framework to define their internal and external policies. As an approved certification agent, we were able to provide assistance in achieving the APEC CBPR certification, demonstrating compliance as a controller under the APEC CBPR framework. We ingested data using existing spreadsheets into our Data Inventory Hub, and we used Assessment Manager to do cross-organisation assessments in a consistent manner. The benefits that this organisation received is that they forced their Data Governance Steering Committee to prioritise data privacy. We provided a central repository for business process activity records, i.e. data privacy inventory, that enabled collection of accurate data and collaboration across the organisation. We automated and operationalized their GDPR compliance into a collaborative and repeatable process. And we also generated Article 30 and Article 35 reports to meet their regulatory obligations. Thank you for joining me for this episode of What Users Say. I hope you found it useful and that you come away with a better understanding of privacy technology and services. Please hit the subscribe button and click the link in the video description to get pricing.